Hi, these are messages for the Gemini new moon. And I'm doing these live just to really tap into these new moon energies that we are in right now. The message that I've been getting around this particular new moon is so much about openness, about staying open to what's coming into the possibilities. And it's a real fresh slate energy because it comes at a time when Saturn is moving into Aries, or has moved into Aries, has just moved into Aries. And that shift really takes Saturn full circle. And so if you are time blessed enough to remember 30 years ago, you will definitely be experiencing the feeling of an energetic and karmic kind of reset, fresh start, new era energy with this Gemini full moon or new moon. So the new moon is about manifesting. It is about looking at that clean slate and saying, what would I like to energetically invite into my life next? I'm being really clear about that. So, hey Anne, hey Alexandra, hey to those who have joined. And I think it's Idea Maddie Rucky. And we're going to ask into some messages just for anyone watching this at any time. And then we will pull some personal messages for those who are here. And so these are, so that is the Eight of Wands in this deck, the Ostera Tarot. Eight of Wands is about hearing your guidance loud and clear. And with the Eight of Pentacles here, well, first of all, 2 eights signifies a wave of abundance coming in. And when you are in this flow of I'm receiving my guidance and I'm focusing on what is this moment showing me. I'm just focusing on this moment. I'm not abandoning this moment to go to other dimensions, other times. That is what's bringing you into the sun. The sun is happiness. It is fulfillment. It is just, heaven on earth. It's beautiful. And you have the High Priestess here, which shows you being very in touch with your intuition. I'm seeing that it's really going to be important right now for you to just focus entirely on this. There may be other things that you become aware of in the physical world around you, or just lifey things that Spirit's really going to ask you to kind of, allow yourself to be hoisted above, allow yourself to be vibrationally lifted above, okay? Beautiful. And anything else you'd like for us to know? Yeah, so 3 of Pentacles. This is a new foundation being built. Okay, you're already building a new foundation. Now, as you're building that new foundation, this is interesting because in this deck, the 3 of Pentacles, she's very timid. She's like, I'm not so sure. This is still new, but I'm building it. I'm collaborating with, the new people, the new situations that are coming in. Then we have this King of Swords who's like, pretty unyielding, pretty harsh, pretty judgmental. This is the King of Swords. He's like, it's black and white. I'm judging this. I'm not liking that. And we've also got the Fool here. So let's feel into this King of Swords and Fool situation. It feels like these feel kind of like not the same person. Hey, Leslie. And so let's see, what is this King of Swords for those receiving this reading? What is this King of Swords for this Gemini new moon? Justice. Nice. The 6 of Wands. Success. Good. This is what you've been waiting for. Okay. And the Hangman. Surrender. Okay. All right. So when you're, this King of Swords is going to represent your mind, or it could represent a reflection of that harsh mind or self-judgment coming from someone else. This is basically just like, it's not soft, it's not loving, it's a bit disconnected, it's very defensive, it's like, And when that energy comes in, whether it's a thought that's like, well, that's great, but how are you going to pay the bills? Or, or if it's like someone else just being like, how nice for you, just showing you that rigidity. Spirit's going to take care of that because you have justice on your side. You have, Spirit on your side here. And so just turn any of that over, to Spirit. If it's in your own mind, say, all right, Spirit, my mind is really giving me a hard time. Please, I know you're working everything out for me. If it's someone else, same. You'd be like, I'm not going to bring any mental energy to match. I'm not going to bring any ego. I'm not getting into any ego things here. Let me continue to surrender to letting Spirit handle things. And then we have this Fool, which signifies trust. Okay. It's a little block there. What is that? Okay. All right. It looks like you're being asked to try. Okay. That saying that we've all heard a zillion times, rejection is divine protection. Yep. That's what this looks like. You're being protected from something, so trust it. Whatever. See how this road is like road closed. Road closed. It's like, nope, you cannot go down that road for whatever reason. Maybe there's a mind block. Maybe, it just, maybe someone won't let you in. Maybe it's this King of Swords. I don't know. But look, Spirit's saying, but trust that's actually for your good, because you have an Ace of Cups here, which is joy, which is emotional abundance. And yeah, this does feel like two different people. This feels like someone else. This feels like you. So someone else that, you probably care about because you're feeling this separation here, is holding a pretty rigid stance on something. Okay. And you are being guided to stay open to Spirit, and stay in the trust that you're on the right path. That, this road here with the rigidity is not one you need to go down. It wouldn't serve you to go down that road. That Spirit is, routing you around to this Ace of Cups, this new beginning. Continue to stay in surrender. When you make a turn on the navigation, you're like, oh, that was not the turn I was supposed to make, and then it adjusts. That's what is happening here. There's something that you're going to be like, well, that's not what I expected or wanted. There's a roadblock there, whatever it is. And Spirit's like, well, don't worry. Just keep trusting. I'm handling everything. Okay? Stay open to what Spirit's bringing in, because Spirit is bringing in the love and connection, everything you want. It's just going to look different, and it's going to be in much different forms than your mind would think it might be. So surrender old beliefs about yourself that might be tied to that rigid King of Swords, right? Self-judgment. Because someone else couldn't really bring that in and reflect that to you if you didn't harbor it somewhere, right? So it's time to surrender those old dated beliefs about yourself and move into more creativity, more flow. Look, it's time to let go of those comparisons with other people. So if it is your own mind saying, well, look what they're doing, or look, it's just important for you to let go of that. That has no bearing on what Spirit's creating through you. Look. we keep having these, two different parts. And that makes sense because Gemini season is the twins, right? So you might notice these realities happening concurrently. You may notice, oh, wow, I'm kind of in the old, or not in, but I'm kind of noticing the old things, old perceptions and comparisons. And I'm also able to access the joy and creativity. And Spirit, is going to ask you again and again to choose this, to choose this. So whether you see these things popping up in yourself, someone else, these old limits, that's irrelevant. Just focus on, how can I stay in joy and creativity? Does this feel like joy and creativity? Hey, Stephanie. If it doesn't, then let me move toward what does, right? Okay, let's pull from a couple more decks for this general message. And then if anybody has a specific question, we can feel into that. Yeah, we have lots of abundance coming in. But see, again, twins, abundance, and then we've got the mind wanting to keep you all tied up. We've got the sun representing, like we said, everything joyful, everything happy. Look, door to personal happiness. Look. So it's like, wow, okay, now we've got 3 to 1. That's good. It's not half and half. So just notice when those thoughts pop up. Oh, yeah, Steph. Yes, absolutely. This message is for you. That's why you're here. So good. Okay, and anything else? Let's pull a message from the Oracle of the Mystic. Okay, and ooh, that's that inner knowing, which is very much like the High Priestess, trusting what your intuition is telling you above all, okay? Above the mind, above what anybody else says. This message says, you may sense a strange hush falling over you. At first it may feel a bit eerie and you might feel unsure. It might feel like the stillness before a storm, but your inner knowing will tell you the storm has already passed. And this is actually the calm that comes with the dawning of a new era in your life. Yes. The key for you will be to sink more deeply into your inner knowing and release more fully the need for the outer mind knowing, right? The little child within you will need extra nurturing and comfort. Reassure them the way a loving parent would, even in the midst of uncertainty. Things will look different and feel very different now. And the mind does not like different. Remember that King of Swords? Keep your third eye open to the ways that your guides and higher self are leading you. Your only job is to believe and receive the goodness. That's the Fool, that's the Hanged Man. Coming in now, as foreign as it may feel to your human senses and mental conditioning. Your supporting mantra is, I have already made new heart-based choices, and it is safe for me to receive the treasures that are coming in now in alignment with those choices. Yes. So you are affirming, I've already chosen this new reality. I've already walked through the door of my inner knowing. And now my reality is just shifting and changing to match that. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. So if anyone here would like a message, a card pull, let me know. Otherwise, we will wrap up this message with an Archangel message. Thank you. Archangel, what would you archangels like us to know at this time? Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we have creative writing. Archangel Gabriel, make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen an article or book. So we may have some writers here. Okay, Anne, I will definitely. Anne, Stephanie, perfect. So for some of us, what we're creating has to do with writing. Clear sentience, Archangel Raguel. Notice your recurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. Yes, pay attention to what your body's telling you. And compassion, Archangel Zadkiel. Soften your heart with respect to any situation in your life and all the people involved, including yourself. Remember that King of Swords. You really don't want to be either facing him or being him. You know, you want to stay in your heart, because that King of Swords energy of the mind really just doesn't even understand the heart. You know, it's just two different things, you know. But let that heart lead you. Okay. So Stephanie, let's see what your guides would like you to know. Stephanie, at this time, thank you. Ooh, you got the 10 of Pentacles. Very, very abundant. Oh my gosh, and the 9 of Pentacles. Stephanie, you have really done a great job. You're very, very supported. Okay, slowly but surely, this solidness is coming in. This abundance is coming in. Look at that. You've got the Ace of Pentacles. So many Pentacles. This is the Ace, which showing a new beginning. I would say, like, this is like starting a business or new job or just something that's very abundant. And Wheel of Fortune, it is destined. And every one of these cards is a pentacle. Now, this one, pentacles are, you know, earthly, physical, first physical abundance. This one talks about things happening slowly because the physical layer of being is the slowest. So, you know, give it time. But this is your destined new beginning. I mean, this is it. Okay. So anything that you need in the way of mind support to keep you vibrationally aligned with that, pray and play. Okay. Pray and play. That's your job. Spirit's bringing in everything else. You just started a new business. Well, there you go. There you go. So I guess you needed some confirmation that it's very abundant. It is. It is. Just keep praying and playing, and it's going to be very abundant. Oh my gosh, Stephanie, I've got chills with that. So, wow. Holy crap, indeed. That's awesome. Yay. Okay. And now, Alexandra. This is for you, Alexandra. And Anne, I know you're next. And then Idea. So, Alexandra, this is for you. Okay. Oh my gosh, Stephanie, thank you. That was awesome. Alexandra, you have this 9 of Cups, which is asking you to know that you are resting. Now, look at the difference between these. So the 9 of Cups is you resting, being supported by this nice feminine, strong energy of these lionesses, supported by that strong, healed, feminine energy, feeling like, okay, it's safe for me to be joyful. It's safe for me to rest. It's safe for me to just, you know, be able to enjoy life. And then we've got the 9 of Swords, and that's a different kind of cat, isn't it? It's like, I'm defensive, I'm anxious, I'm, you know, I don't have everything I need. You know, he's hungry, he's looking. So these two energies, very different. And one's in the heart and one's in the mind. So, you know, in your heart, you may know, I'm so supported, I'm so, you know, I'm so safe, I'm so able to relax. And then your mind is like, no, not yet. Not yet. It's giving you lots of protestations, right? And causing some anxiety there. So let me ask, what action are you guiding Alexandra to take here to shift this? Thank you. See, there you are as the Empress. You are the Empress. And there is love and connection here with the 10 of Cups coming in for you. And they're asking you to really embrace that as truth. You know, this says, sometimes I feel the truth of that and sometimes I don't, you know, and or my mind disagrees. You know, it's cognitive dissonance. My heart says yes and my mind says no. This is your truth. You are the Empress. This love you've been manifesting, 10 of Cups, is coming in. It is coming in. And it's important for you to really embrace that as fact. As fact, and sort of stop indulging the mind when it's like, but what if it's not? It is. So stop indulging the mind with that. Yeah, see, look, surrender worry. Surrender worry. Okay, so your job is to integrate this truth, this 10 of Cups, as fact, as truth, and to go about sort of ignoring or starving out or kind of, not feeding the worries of your mind with any time or attention, because, then your heart can take over. Okay? So, let's see. That's beautiful. Okay. And Anne, this is for you, Anne. Thank you, Alexandra. And this is your message. You have temperance coming out, showing you transmuting and healing. Transmuting a lot. Okay. For Anne, thank you. Okay, you also have that Nine of Swords, so there's some anxiety there. And you have a King of Pentacles. Looks like you have been moving away from situations that don't feel good to you. And you know what? In doing that, in moving away from situations, or this is what you're being guided to do, in moving away from situations that don't feel good to you, that feel like conflict and strife and drama, in doing that, you are creating a more healed masculine energy within yourself. You're stepping into more solidness within you, because you're giving yourself what you've always needed from the masculine, which is, you know what, this doesn't feel good. I'm going to move you away from it. I mean, when has the masculine done that for you, right? So look at that. And as you do that, then that King of Pentacles becomes the Emperor, which is, Spirit is saying, okay, I'm bringing in the highest vibrational, most healed version of the masculine energy for you. And I know you've had heartbreak in the past. I know that you've had a lot of difficulty in relationships. I can see that. And Spirit is saying, well, you have done a great job moving yourself away from what has caused you that pain, anxiety, and worry and conflict. So now you get to have an Emperor. So don't deny yourself when that comes in. Don't deny yourself from a place of that old low self-esteem, because, that would be throwing you right back into this energy that doesn't feel good. Do not deny yourself all of this goodness that gets to come in as a result of your beautiful shifting and taking care of you and moving into more solidness within yourself. Great job, Anne. Beautiful. I love that. You can trust what is coming in as a reflection of that. Okay? And finally, Idea. These are your messages. If anybody else is here who still has not gotten a message and would like one, let me know. Idea, this is for you. Thank you. Oh, yes, Anne, I hope that supported you. Idea, you have the Knight of Cups and the Four of Swords. Beautiful healing. You've been healing a lot of ancestral wounding, a lot of ancestral limiting beliefs. Okay, and that healing process has had you allowing some things to come to an end. Like this looks like you may have really released and deeply forgiven some things from your lineage or from your past. And that's beautiful. It's so deeply healing. Okay, so great job with that. It looks like you've brought closure to some things that you needed. And I know it was not easy. And now some gifts are coming in as a result of that. And relationship is going to look completely different in your life now. What is this? Lovers for Idea. Oh, it looks like you have options. Yeah, you have a nice array of options that are coming in. Just make sure that you stay centered in your truth. Your truth. You're not dealing with illusion anymore. Oh, and you've got a Wheel of Fortune moment happening here. You're going to see some truth revealed around this new moon that's going to show you just how much you've healed and just what new stuff is available to you when it comes to relationship now. Beautiful. I love that for you. Thank you. Okay. we are going to wrap up these messages. If you are here, if you just joined or you've been waiting and you haven't received a message and you'd like one, please go ahead and let me know, so that I can dive in with your message. I'm trying to see. Oh, Leslie, I see your question now. Okay, Leslie, here's a message for Leslie. Okay. You have a Two of Pentacles. You're making a decision. What is this decision? Well, you're deciding to follow your highest path, the star. Great. You have Temperance, a lot of transmutation of darkness happening here, being transmuted into light. Yes, that's what you've chosen. Great. Queen of Wands. There is, okay, so, there is a wounded feminine energy here. And you are surrendering it. You are releasing it. You are wanting to hold out for a deeper connection than what you've had in the past. Yeah, thank you, Ida. Deeper connection. And you're very protected in that. You're protected because you're on your soul path, Lean on spirit a bit more. Your guides are saying, lean on us more, because we're helping you to build this new foundation, okay? Lean on your guides more. Ask them for help more, okay? Don't be trying to do everything yourself. Yes, let go of negative thinking and fear, and allow things to be easier. Your guides want, so that's why they're saying ask for help. They're saying, please don't just make yourself do everything the hard way, just because you think you have to do it alone. We're here helping you, so please ask for help so we can show you an easier way. But you're doing a great job choosing your highest path, and that's why all this help is available for you, okay? All right, I think that's everybody here. But if you are here, have not received a message, let me know, and I'll feel in. All right, there's that King of Swords again. Just be aware. Just be aware. What would you like for us, Spirit, to know regarding this King of Swords? Okay, so there's the Queen of Swords. So, the Queen of Swords has clarity. She knows. She has discernment. She knows, is this part of my new foundation or is this part of the old? I'm letting go of the old. So I'm only focusing in on that which is in my new level up experience that I've chosen. Okay, so keep holding on. What is that? Oh boy. Okay, so let's circle back. I'm just going to circle back to that King of Swords for all of us. This is for everyone. Watching live or later. What is this King of Swords that we're kind of holding on to? What is this King of Swords? Man, okay. So this has to do with really staying disciplined in putting down any burdens that have to do with the wounded or unhealthy or toxic masculine energy within you. Okay, so if there is, and when I say masculine, I mean basically the part of you that is your mind and body. Your feminine is your heart and spirit, regardless of gender. Okay, so if your mind and body has been, and mostly your mind here, has been hard on you, has been, if you've been tempted to go back to those old self-depriving and hard on you type of thoughts, this is your reminder to put that down, to put down anything that is not supporting you, lifting you up, and contributing to your joy. Okay? And because you're building this foundation for this new era, okay, of your life. Let's pull one final card for everyone for this Gemini new moon. This is the Divine Circus Oracle. And we have the White Duchess. Okay, I'm going to read this message. This will be our closing message. The White Duchess. Don't look to what has been to find your destiny. Your future and your present are bright and blessed. If the pain of the past feels a little too close for comfort, White Duchess steps in to help. You leave behind the emotional storms of your past and move into her protection. A time of transition is upon you, and soon your feet shall settle upon sacred ground, and calm shall prevail inside and out. Okay, so this card appears when you're in the midst of a significant transition. You may be aware of this, or it may come as a surprise to you, but this indicates that it's time to let go of the past, even if that means going through a phase of not really knowing who you are or where you're headed. She will guide you through the transition toward a future completely free from past influences, unfettered by issues that have trapped you in times gone by, wiping clean all past contaminants and helping you start afresh, a new life, a new person, a new chance at the life of your dreams. Yes, trust and believe in the positive power of your future. Yes, that's what this new moon is about. Okay? So embrace that. Know that it's for you. I'm so glad that we connected with these messages. And let me know if you'd ever like a personal reading. We'll connect again very soon. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.